Hi, Sagittarius. It's so good to be back from the holidays. I enjoyed my time with family and friends, but I missed you guys, and it's good to get back on track. While I'm shuffling the cards, I just want you to know that new for 2020, I'll be doing interviews on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock. Mark your calendars. If you missed the one this past Tuesday night, it was with Maxine Taylor. She's a 50-year plus astrologer. Coming up, and she talked about the two eclipses, the one we had at Christmas time and the one that's taking place tonight, and how it's going to affect each sign. And she talked about the Saturn return. Coming up this coming Tuesday night is Carl Butler, who is a former apostolic preacher, pastor, and he's going to be talking about his journey from the church. And then next Tuesday night, we'll be talking about a gentleman who has a YouTube channel called Good News, and he delves deep into the Bible to extract the more esoteric meanings. Again, very deep. It's going to be a very deep dive. So I know not everybody's interested in those topics, but if you are interested, set your calendar because these are going to be some great interviews, I feel. Also, don't forget Roundtable on Saturday mornings. So, at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us what is your message for Sagittarius. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly what is your specific message for Sagittarius as we walk through this Celtic cross. Okay, guys, current energy. Sagittarius, I love this energy for you. Okay, 8 of water. What's crossing you? The Hermit. What is your underlying energy? The Messenger of water. What is the recent past? The Sun. What is the crowning energy? We have the 2 of water. I love this. What is your near future? The 4 of fire. Your attitude toward it all is the 2 of air. Outside influences, 10 of air. Hopes and fears, 3 of earth. And outcome is Queen of air. Okay. I love this. Sagittarius, let me tell you something. This outcome and this outside influence, this attitude toward it all, I am really so excited about it because I've been doing your readings and I remember one reading in particular where it was like, it's time to get out of your head. It's time to get out of your head. It's time to let the mental stuff go, right? And I feel like this reading is saying that if you haven't already started this journey, it's like the energies are there for you to walk this journey. You're ready. You're ready. Your current energy, they see you as ready. You're ready to leave behind this idea that you've got to wait for something to happen for you. It's like you're ready to leave behind the idea that somebody else is in control or something else is in control of your future and your life. Sagittarius, I love this. You decided you're getting off of that ship and you're taking your stuff and you're going to find your other 2 cups. This is the water is the same as the cups. So this is the 8 of water. You're leaving behind those ideas that no longer serve you, that you've been working with and playing with for so long, right? You're leaving it behind. You're ready to find that happiness for yourself. What's crossing you is, and for me in this spread, the crossing card can be either a bump forward or a bump backward. But I feel like this is where you're going to be able to move forward is because you have or you are being very diligent about checking in with yourself, about going in and finding your light, finding your power, understanding who you really are. And I'm hearing it right now, so I have to say it. The energy that creates worlds lives inside of you. What that means is the energy that created the planets, the energy that created the multiverse, the energy that created it all lives inside of you. And I feel like that's what you're starting to understand here in this hermit, in the time that you spend as a hermit. So your underlying energy, and I love this, is the messenger of air. It's like you woke up and it's like something that this person said and that person said and that person said finally penetrated this thick brain, this thick mind, and said, wait a minute, I am not powerless. Sagittarius, you are not powerless. This is not who you are. This is who you are. This is the messenger of water. So the water or the cups is about unconditional love, unconditional self-love, unconditional acceptance, but not accepting. It's not about, oh, I'm going to accept me like I am, and I'm just not, whatever. It's about acceptance of your power, of the fact that the energy that creates worlds does live inside of you. It's like you get it. This is the underlying energy. So how does that happen? For me, the underlying energy is always a result of something in the recent past. And I have the sun right here, okay? That's your recent past. So Sagittarius, that's telling me something has happened in your recent past that woke you up, that made you feel victorious, that made you feel that spark of victory and unconditional love and acceptance and all of that stuff inside of you. Think about how a bride feels on the day of her wedding, okay? Just think about that for a minute. Now, I know there's shows out there like Bridezilla and stuff like that where, some women are so caught up in the details they can't even enjoy their wedding, and that's really sad. But for the most part, whenever a woman gets married, she spends her entire day in nothing but anticipation for the family life, for the kids, for the all those things that she's dreamed of all of her life. It's like that entire day of her wedding. That's how she's feeling. She's feeling chosen. And now I don't necessarily advocate for women to think that they have to be chosen, but I'm just trying to express a feeling for you. She's feeling chosen. She's feeling loved, wanted, desired, accepted. Okay. Look at this woman in this card. She's a bride, right? So it's like you finally feel accepted, loved, chosen by the universe. You finally understand that that's how they've looked at you. Your creator has looked at you all along. And I don't know what happened to finally cause that awakening within you, but I feel like that's what this is. This is an awakening. You've woken up to the trueness of who you are. And that's why you have this card right here, because you realize this is not you. You've spent so much time thinking you needed other people's approval, thinking that you needed to be good enough, you needed to be smart enough, you needed to be all those things, not realizing that you already are. You absolutely already are. Sagittarius, this is fabulous. So, your crowning energy is the Two of Water. This could easily be a love reading, but we're not going there because I've asked Spirit for their specific message for you, and it's a general reading. And if you're relating it to love, that's fine. If you're not, that's fine too, because it's so general that I can't. There's such a big group of you out there. I could not specify who it's for or what it's for. It's a group message, okay? So, but right here we see the Two of Water. And whenever I look at this card in particular, I see in a relationship the healthy relationship where we live in the same pond, we love each other, we respect each other, I can go my way, you can go your way, and we're good, right? It's the same thing within ourselves, where we accept ourselves and love ourselves to the point that it's unconditional, that we're not going to beat ourselves up. We're not going to say, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough. We're not going to say any of that stuff. We're going to accept ourselves and cohabitate with us masculine and feminine energy within who we are. This is the crowning energy. That means it is your guides, your angels, your archangels, the Holy Spirit, your higher self. This is the energy that they're dousing with you with to understand, to meet yourself, right? To meet yourself as worthy of whatever it is that you choose to live out in your life. That's who you are. So what comes next in the near future? We have the Four of Fire. Okay, I love this card because in the traditional tarot, it's that, the Four Wands, and it looks like a celebration, like a wedding or something like that. But there's only one person here, right? There's only one person here. Right here we have two little fish, but we are all created male and female. So there's two aspects to every one of us. So it's like your reasoning mind, the masculine side of you, is making friends with your feminine side of you, with the intuitive side of you. It's like, and that's why you're here, where you're like, okay, I give up. I'm ready. I'm not going to wait on other people to give me permission. I have way more power than I ever thought I had before. I'm not going to get stuck in my mind and telling myself that I'm not good enough. And then in your near future, you're going to be sitting on a very firm foundation, right? This is a very solid rock that she's sitting on. She is very in tune now with what Spirit has for her, what Spirit has always had for her. And she's feeling such a relief about it and such a fullness about it that there's peace in her life. There's peace in her life, and she can sit there and just play her flute and be happy and not have to worry about when is this going to happen and when is that going to happen? No, she is in a really, really good place right there. She's feeling her bliss. She's feeling the peace. She's feeling the relief of understanding her value. So, again, I feel like this is a huge testimony almost to from where you've been to where you're at right now. And if you're not here, then just know that this is exactly where Spirit wants you to be. Your attitude toward it all is like you decided to free yourself. Now, this is the Two of Air. It's the same as the Two of Swords, right? So something, somewhere in your life made you finally decide to give up on the ideas that everything had to be this way or that way, or the planets are in charge of our life, or the whatever those thoughts were that kept you bound up for so long. And you said, no, nobody is in charge of who I am. I don't have to wait for my ship to come in. I'm not even in alignment with what this ship is about. So I'm getting off of that ship and I'm going to find my own two cups. I'm going to make my own way in this world. You finally made that decision that you have the power. In the traditional tarot, this is somebody on the Two of Swords. She's sitting there like this, holding on to two swords, and she's blinded. And she's holding on to these two truths that somebody else gave her about her life. And she's scared to make a decision and go forward because she's scared that one of those truths might cause her trouble if she walks out or she makes a decision outside of those truths. Here, I see Spirit is saying, or you have finally gotten to the point where you're saying, to hell with all that. I'm going to love my life. I'm going to make my decision and I'm going to go forward. Look how free she is. She's decided to free herself from those self-sabotaging thoughts. She's decided to free herself from everybody else's truth, and she's walking forward in her truth. Look how free she is. Don't you want to go dance with her? And again, I don't know if it's a her or him, but it's like there's so much harmony here, so much freedom, so much peace, because she gave up the idea that anybody else has control, anybody or anything else has control over her life. That's not the truth. So your outside influence right here is the Ten of Air. I feel like this is a huge part of what has happened here. It's like little by little, guides, angels, archangels have put different people or different books or different things in your path that have helped you to understand that all these truths. Remember, this is the Ten of Air, which is the same as the Ten of Swords. that all of these truths that everybody else had about your life do not serve you. So they have been able to poke holes in the ideas of those other truths to help you free yourself. So you're ending this cycle. That's the outside influence, that spirit has been helping you to end this cycle of mental imprisonment. You're no longer imprisoned by your mind. They're not going to allow you to, I say they're not going to allow you to be. They're going to do everything in their power to help you understand that your mind, your thoughts can imprison you. They're ready for you to release that. That's what they've been working on. And I feel like because of this card, that's where you are. You finally said, those thoughts do not serve me. I'm going to try it that other way. I'm going to go try it my way. I'm going to try it the way that I understand it. So your hopes and fears are that you're right. Your hopes and fears are, this is the Three of Earth, which is the same as the Three of Pentacles. So she is the Three of Pentacles in the traditional tarot is that little artist, right, working on that building, and the people are standing there watching him, and they're all admiring his work. And it talks about collaborative projects and passionate projects and stuff like that. But in this card, again, there's only one person. And Sagittarius, that's you. Okay, so your hope is that in all of this gold and nebulous looking energy around you, you're hoping that this is in fact the way that's going to move you forward, the way that you want to go. You're hoping that it is in fact what's going to bring you to a place of peace and inner fulfillment, right? And the three for me is representative of the Holy Trinity, but in this case would be you, your higher self, and the spirit, and your spirit guides, the angels, the archangels, your spirit team. It's a holy collaboration between you and them. And so you're hoping that you're right. And there might be a little tiny part of you, because hope and fear, you can't have a hope without having a fear. There's always a little tiny part of us in the back of our mind that says, well, maybe it's not really true. Maybe all those other things that people told me all along are really the truth. But Spirit's telling me right now to let you, to remind you to release that, because this is your truth. Is that whenever you stand in your own truth and you let Spirit, all this yellow and gold color, when you let Spirit be your guide, when you let Spirit be your source, when you let Spirit be your provider, when you let Spirit be, when you let you be Spirit and understand that the energy that creates the worlds, the planets, the multiverses, all of that stuff does in fact live inside of you, then you do have control of your life and how you move forward. This is the truth, right? So where are they taking you? Look at the wisdom that you have gained over the last few months. Understanding how thoughts truly are things. This is the Queen of Air. The Queen of Air is about, is the same as the Queen of Swords. The swords are about truths, communication, back and forth, the way we talk to ourselves and all that stuff. So she's holding on her shoulder this owl. This owl is perched on her shoulder. That's the wisdom that she's gained from all of that understanding that these truths are things, and you don't have to accept the things of other people that don't serve you. You don't have to accept that that you have to cut 10,000 flips and do 28,000 cartwheels and meditate 10 hours a day so that Spirit might think you're worthy of something. That's a bad way. That's not a bad way. Let's see, it is a bad way, but that does not serve you. It's not beneficial to you to think that way, because number one, it's not the truth. And here she's mastered that. She understands that. So whenever she walks forward in the understanding that her thoughts are things, and that she has the power to take those thoughts captive. She has the power to evict those thoughts from her mind and not let them ruminate into her heart. She has the power to detach from emotions that are not healthy for her, so that whenever she moves forward in life, she moves forward with confidence in her own truth. And that's where they're taking you. Sagittarius, this is really strong. And I'm really excited for this strong message. I feel like they're saying, you're here. And if you don't feel like you're here, then get here, because they're walking you through this right now. The energies are ripe for you to use them, for you to leverage them for your good. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Sagittarius friends. I thank you for giving us such a strong message for them as we enter into this new year, this new decade. Please show me clearly, what is the PS for Sagittarius? I thank you for clear and concise messages. Thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And I thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is the PS, please? Okay, guys, let's see what they have to say. PS. No more conflict. No more of this worrying about what everybody else thinks. This conflict and competition. Okay, so we can get online with a guru and they can tell us one thing. Then we can get online with another guru and they can tell us something else. And then we get online with somebody else, or we go see somebody, our spiritual mentor or whatever. You know, everybody's got a different idea about what is right for you. But you're saying, okay, no more conflict. I am going to be in my Holy Trinity with me, my higher self, and my spirit guides. And that's how I move forward, because spirit speaks to me just like they speak to any other guru. Sagittarius, that's true for you. Spirit speaks to you just like they speak to anybody else. Nobody has more power than you. Nobody. And it feels like this, you're finally understanding. You're saying, I'm not even in alignment with the way these people run their ship. Why do I keep trying to make myself cut flips and turn cartwheels to line up with them? It's not even who I am. You finally decided, I'm breaking free. I'm going to follow my own passion, purpose, and inspiration. I love it. There's your Queen of Swords again. Look, I'm cutting all the bullcrap out of my life. Everybody else's truth. I understand that thoughts are things. I understand that whenever I have a thought in my mind and I let it ruminate in there and then I adopt it as my own truth, I only mess myself up. If it's not my truth, if it doesn't resonate with me immediately, I'm not going to try to bend myself in 20,000 different directions to make it work for me. No, if it doesn't resonate with me, it's out. I'm cutting it out. That is the wisdom of the Queen of Swords. I'm moving forward in my own truth. Look, gosh, and there's the Lover's card, right? Again, for some of you, you might be able to relate this to a relationship somehow, but this is a very general reading. Here's the Lover's card. This card is telling you, look, you are meeting yourself, right? You are meeting yourself. The Bible says, and we created them in our image, male and female, we created them. Look, there's the spirit, the God, whatever, male and female, we created them. And that was like a chapter before Eve was created. So what he was saying is, or what the word is saying is that every person has male and female in there. And it's like, there's one side of us, the feminine side of us is about love and intuition and understanding and connection and all that other stuff, and the masculine side of us is about reasoning and truths and communication and figuring it out and stuff like that. But it's like whenever we can merge those two and let them balance, right? When we can merge those two, then we move forward in our real power, because we're not caught up in our head and we're not so emotional all the time that we can't move. We don't let either cripple us. We move forward in our power. So it looks like, Sagittarius, you're meeting yourself. You're meeting the true you that gets out of their head and allows yourself to feel the fulfillment in your heart. I love that. Thank you so much for stopping in. I can't wait to see again next time. And until then, have a super duper day. Bye.